Hi there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trevor's Terrarium here at Geektopia Island. I'm Cardwell.
And I'm Kevin.
And today, of course, we have a brand new deck for you. It seems pretty fun. It's a color combination we actually haven't done, I don't believe, at all. But of course, before we get into it, going to remind you that we do have a Patreon. It only takes $1 to support us, and we love you very much for it. And for that link, it'll be down below in the description. And today, we are playing with Loyalists Unite. We have our queen, and all her little Loyalist subjects are bound to help us through this. And it is Gillian, the Witch Queen. The champion, you exhaust, reveal any number of spells from your hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a spell with costs equal to less than the number of cards revealed from your hand, add it to your hand. So it's the free draw spell, pretty much. And our first loyal is Doggo Loyal Buckeye, the Loyal Spirit. He has the augment of 10 instead of 8 the usual, so we can have 10 white cards in here. So that's pretty good. But at the start of the game, you create a Hound token that's a Guardian, that's a 500. It can't attack, and you can sacrifice this unit to prevent the next damage that would be dealt to target unit this turn, which is not too bad. And it has a Soul Burst, prevent all damage that would be dealt to target unit this turn. So immediately you get a little dude to protect yourself.
He is also the best dog.
Yeah, he is also the best doggo.
Second best doggo.
Yeah,
His Bone Scavenger, probably the best doggo.
This is his brother. They cross paths.
Yeah. Speaking of which, his Bone Scavenger, he's our first creature.
Yeah.
And he's 1 mana for 1,000 unit. And he arrives, you expel target unit from a graveyard or discard zone, and you pay 1, you expel a unit from a discard zone. If you do, put a 500 counter on him. He is actually probably best doggo, and then Buckeye's probably best doggo.
Because he just wins games.
Yeah.
Or he just controls the other player's graveyard, and that's all you really need nowadays.
Yeah, nowadays where everybody's always doing something with their graveyard, maybe not like all synergy about it, but there's at least cards that do something with it.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He's like, no, get out of here. All of your stuff gone.
It's all mine.
And I'm bigger.
And of course we have good old Kitty. It's a 1-drop 500, Mr. Kin's Cryptic Familiar. Arrive, look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. And then exhaust, draw 1 card, then return this card to the top of its owner's deck. So you can swap out if you're like, oh, I really need this card to kill spell or whatever, then you do it. And this also helps with Gillian, so you can look at the top and then be like, how many cards you can reveal to draw it.
Yeah, it just helps set up your deck for what you want to draw. And that's what blue needs to do.
Yep.
Next up is Savage Mystic. It is 2 for 1,000 unit. And once per turn, when you cast a spell, deal 1,000 damage to target unit.
Pretty powerful.
Yeah, so you're already getting some value off of that spell. She just gives you more value.
The next one, of course, is this promo Ash the Glacial Sorcerer. It's a 3-drop 2,000. Whenever you play a water spell, you can place an ice wall counter on target non-destroyed tower you own. And towers with ice counters get plus 500 defense, which is insane. If it is destroyed, remove all ice counters from that tower. Remove all ice counters from all towers you own. Deal damage to target unit equal to the number of counters removed times 500. So extremely powerful. And it's sad that this guy is only a promo, so it's really hard to get him. But
but this dude, if he gets to be in play and use his ability any number of times, like he just gets to be ridiculous. Because you're like, this tower that you thought you could kill easily, no. And then now I get to just shoot your dude. Get out.
And I wonder what it would take if you just build up, like if you have your last tower and you're just like, okay, just counter.
Unfortunately, they don't stack the 500 defense. They just stack extra counters, and you use the counters to shoot dude. Yeah. Unfortunately, it reads correctly that towers with those counters get 500 defense. It's not
for each. Yeah. Therefore, that would be really.
It would be too good then.
Ridiculous.
Next up is Beckoner of Dreams. She has 5 mana for a 2,000. Arrive, you expel any number of spells in your shard with shard drain from your discard zone. Take control of target unit with cost equal to the number of cards you expelled. So essentially, any of your shard drain cards become extra value in the discard zone that you get to take control of it to. And that's awesome.
Yeah, right now that's very powerful because it could just be 1 and you take their Bone Scavenger, 2 their Repo Bloom, or 0 take their Guardian from the White Tower. So you're just like, all right, just give me what you need. The next one is Brant, the Wicked Judge. It's a 5-drop 2,500. This card gets plus 500 for each of your opponent's destroyed towers, so it can be really big. If you have 2 or less towers remaining, this card gains quickness and cannot be targeted by spells, which is very important.
He's just a big angry knight that will kill you.
Just exactly.
Next up is Jemial, the Celestial Wielder. He is 6 for a 3,500. So he's a big boy. And he arrives if you have 5 or more sword cards in your hand. The next water card you play this turn costs 0 to play. Otherwise, draw X cards. X equals 5 minus the number of cards in your hand. So essentially, you draw up to 5, however you want to look at that. And if he leaves the battlefield after that point, you expel him, period.
Yeah, just in general.
Period, dot. And he is a legendary, so you only have 1, but so be it.
But you get to fill up your hand, which is nice.
Yeah.
Alright, Kara, the Lone Valkyrie. 6 drop 3,500. This card costs 1 less play for each of your destroyed towers, so it essentially just costs 1. If you have 1 or less towers remaining, this card gains plus 1,000 Brawler and Guardian. If you control no other units, this card cannot be targeted by spells or abilities. So it's there to hopefully just help you survive.
Next up is our first spell, and it's actually one of the most annoying spells in the game right now, and it is Ancient Serpent's Breath. It is 1 for an instacast. As an additional cost to play this card, you may Shard Drain 1. If you do, return target unit to the top of its owner's deck. And then its actual ability is return target unit with 2 less to its owner's hand, then its owner draws a card. So essentially, 1 mana, you get to bounce 2 dudes.
Yeah.
Whether it's your dude or their dude, it doesn't matter. It's just, hey, let's bounce dudes and draw cards and just essentially get a whole bunch of tempo value.
Yeah, slow down the game for a second.
Yeah.
The next one, also to slow down your opponent, is Phantasmal Guards. So 1-drop spell, put 2 illusion tokens with Guardian of 500. And these cannot attack, but that's okay. You're just there to block. So maybe even on turn 1, you can have 3 Guardians out there to help you just survive.
Yup. Next up is Omega Magic Hikari, 2 for an instacast. Put into play a Knight token with Guardian. It's a 1,000 Guardian. If you have 2 or less towers remaining, put in 2 tokens instead. So it is the white Omega Magic.
I like that.
And it just helps you stay alive.
Yep. That's all it really needs to do. Phantasmal Storm is the next one. 2-drop. Instant cast, deal 2,000 damage to target unit. And then while it's in your discard zone, you can Shard Drain, expel this from your discard, search your deck for Phantasmal Storm, and add it to your hand. So if you kill something, Shard Drain it, go get an Ellen and kill another thing.
Yeah. Next up is Omega Magic Mizu. It is 2 for instacast. You choose 1, or if you have 2 or less towers, you choose 2. You get to draw 1 card, exhaust target unit, return target unit to its owner's hand if it is exhausted.
Yep.
So any kind of card that has options is always really good.
Oh yeah.
And this gives you multiple options.
Especially for just 2.
Yeah.
And the fact that it reads top to bottom, so you can exhaust 1 unit and then return that unit to its hand, just in case one big thing is in your way. The next one is Holy Slash, a very powerful spell. It's a 2-drop instacast, destroy target attacking unit. That's all it is, and that's all it needs to do.
Simple, quick.
Yep.
Next up, Tidal Rush, 3 for instacast. As an additional cost to play this card, you may Shard Drain 1. And if you do, return target unit to its owner's hand. And then its ability is return target unit to its owner's hand, then draw 1 card.
Yep.
Again, this is a tempo play. You're just like, cool, bounce that dude, bounce my dude. Do what I want to do whenever I want to do it.
Yep. Just get it done. Now, of course, because it's very powerful, against definitely Repo Bloom, it's a 4-drop Finishing Ray. Destroy all units.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
You're too much right now. We're going to clear the board.
Yeah.
And then we're going to reset. Thanks.
And that's all it takes right there, for sure. Now, of course, we will go through the shards. We have the normal Argent Shards, the Corona Spirit Ruby, because that's the only one legendary shard you should have, which is where if you exhaust, flip your Spirit face down, destroy target unit. Yeah, simple as that. And then, of course, the next is Hallowed Crystal. It's basically produce 1, exhaust, pay 1, target unit with Guardian gets plus 500 this turn. And you have so many of those out there that hopefully you can trade off your little Guardians for one of their big important dudes.
Yeah, and it normally comes in exhausted, but since our spirit is light, it comes in untapped.
Exactly. And then that's how you do it with that. And with that, that is the deck for you. It seems pretty fun, seems solid. We kind of decided that our witch deck didn't really do well, so we had to do another blue deck, and this one looks pretty solid and fun.
I mean, this deck has a lot of just big dudes, so I'm like, hey, if I have a big dude, you're gonna lose because my dude's bigger than yours.
Yeah, kind of classic blue-white control in most TCGs. It's like you just control the board until you play big dudes, and then you go for it.
Yeah, that's what this deck's gonna do. I'm not looking forward to it because he's gonna bounce all my stuff.
Yeah, as always. I mean, you got revenge one time, one brawl.
I know.
Well, with that, the deck list will be down below, and hopefully you enjoyed your stay here at Geektopia Island. Goodbye.
Later. Also, guys, I just remind y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all our future content, make sure you click that bell. It'll give you all the notifications you need.
With that, we'd like to go ahead and give a big thank you to all our fans that support us through the year, and especially our Patreon support people. We do like to give a shout out to our Mythic and Above supporters, and that would be Dwayne Higgs. Thank you very much. We love you.